everybody. Wow, is it pouring out right now. Saturday morning, I'm on my way to stretch class. And a lot of people ask me all the time, what do you do exactly as soon as you do is when you get up in the morning? Here, let me show you the rain. Wow. Really coming down. We have a hurricane right off the coast right now. It's called Hurricane Anna. And we just went ahead and had the last hurricane, which was Hurricane Isabel. So that one really did a lot of damage over in a town called Pahoa in Kapoho, about 40 miles from here. We had big winds and everything, but this is another tropical storm right here. Wow. Okay, so waking up in the morning, first thing I do is I try to go ahead and get my water, liquids, immediately, right off the bat, okay? Meaning, as soon as I get up in the morning, I drink 20 sips of my distilled water. 1 week, I'll drink my distilled water, and then the next week, I'll do my alkaline water. I switch them up. I wait about 5 minutes, and I drink another 20 sips, okay? This totally not only hydrates you, but it gives you more water than what you need. Remember, you're wanting to wash out all the garbage that basically was floating in your bloodstream at night, especially if you have a lot of food the day before. So, wow, it's really coming down now. So this is the idea. You start drinking your water at night. So before you go to bed, like I've said many times before, you put like a half a lemon squeezed, and I gotta put my phone down here a little bit. Some guys see me driving. Go this way. So you put a half a lemon squeezed in a glass of water. Now, the reason why you use the half a squeezed lemon is because most likely at night you had food and you still have food in your stomach. So if you have food in your stomach right now, then what happens is that if you drink water that's alkaline and or that's even just distilled, which is maybe just neutral 7, okay, close to it, that's going to dilute your stomach acid, which is going to stop a lot of the protein digestion, fat digestion, just absorption, okay? So if you don't have a lot of stomach acid, you can't break down foods, you can't break down minerals. So 1 week, like I said, I'll go ahead and do distilled water all day, all night, okay? No matter when I'm going to drink water as my hydration. I use the distilled water for 1 week, and then I do about a pH of 10 with an alkaline water machine. If you don't have that, just add minerals anyways to your water. I add the magnesium concentrate minerals in the silica, and that really adds and brings back vitality to the water, no matter if it's alkaline, distilled, or whatever. Your body does need minerals, but it also doesn't need inorganic minerals. And the inorganic minerals basically are minerals that don't serve you in your system. A lot of minerals we take, they're not going to be digested unless your stomach acid is about a pH of 2. And if it is, great. If not, you're not going to break down the rocks that you're eating, the minerals, into a ionic form. So the enterocytes, okay, which are cells that live in the intestinal tract on these things called microvilli. There's like millions of little Grand Canyons down there in microscopic form. This is where your absorption, your basic nutrition comes into your system. It comes in through these cells that let it into the body. Remember, the mouth to the anus is a tube. Okay, it is in the body, but it's not inside the body. It's in the body, and the only way you can get food to be able to get in the body is the enterocytes, which, if they're healthy and your gut wall bacteria is healthy, then I'm just putting the window down here for a sec. It's hot in here. And what happens is that you can't break down anything and absorb it unless your enterocytes basically do the transformation. They're the transformers. They completely transform your system to be able to absorb everything. So, there we go. Put some defrost on. So, just had some cacao stuck in my throat. Now, the reason why I'm talking about enterocytes right now, because the most important thing we have to do is we have to reflourish our gut wall bacteria completely, okay? For years. Remember, you've had dysfunctional gut wall bacteria, gut wall flora, the good ones. They've been dysfunctional, meaning that they have not been in, they're supposed to be in a certain population in the intestinal tract. Now I turn on the fan, that's why I didn't want to turn it on, because I can't breathe well. Any of the immediately causes my throat to clog. The air conditioning is super bad for you to breathe in the car. I just put the fan on, and my throat immediately is because there's just solid positive ions. Positive ions are negative towards your system. Remember that. Your body sucks up negative ions. Positive ions actually is an assault to your system. So just proved it to you. 30 seconds with the defrost on, and shoot, I can't even breathe. My lungs actually start to wheeze. There's weird benzene and weird stuff that comes out of chemicals that come out of the air conditioning and the vents. Okay, I don't care if it's plastic vapor that's been sitting in there overheated in the car. So try not to use your air conditioning and or even your heater if you can, only because it's all toxic. They're all positive ions. And if you do use it, crack your window open a little bit to be able to let some fresh air in once in a while. So the probiotic bacteria, basically, remember, you're a farmer. You make the bacteria one time with one pill. Try to get as many strains as you can when you start your brew. We've shown this several times on how to do it. Add your sugar to it. And in a day, you've got yourself 25 times what you started with. And you drink half the glass. 64 ounces. I drink about 32 ounces throughout the day. Anytime I have any food, I'll have the probiotic bacteria afterwards. Swish it around in your mouth. This heals the stomach, the gut, okay? Most people have leaky gut syndrome because of many different assaults. So, you know, I start talking about the things that I do and how they work for me. It's only because I've taken the mercury fillings out of my mouth. Okay, I don't wear nickel-based jewelry anymore. I don't wear any jewelry except for my crystal. All the jewelry is toxic. It's all crossed with nickel. 14 karat gold. Gold is soft. It's 24 karat. What do you think they add to the gold to make it harder? Nickel. Sterling silver, 92.5. The rest is nickel. So nickel poisoning is not good. Trying to get stuff out of us, we've got to be smart enough to make sure that we don't put it back in us. So the regimen that I'm doing is because I'm on the terrain modification program here, and I've gone through each of these departments and optimized them as much as I could. And it's taken a while. You only can tackle a little bit at a time. So the probiotic bacteria is the most essential thing. That's one of the terrain modification departments, one of the most essential things that you can do for your health. 85% of your immune system, hormones, all those things, brain chemicals, just serotonin, melatonin, how you feel. You can't sleep at night. You have irritable bowel syndrome, gastritis, colon problems, cancer. It all starts in the gut. So drinking liquids is really how you get healthy and stay healthy. I have one meal a day. People say, what do you do? Well, I'm telling you right now. And most of you, I don't want you to follow what I do, most of it. You may have to go down to, instead of having 3 meals a day, and I used to have 6 meals a day when I was into bodybuilding, cut down to 2 meals a day. Okay? At night, have yourself a sensible meal and have a smoothie of in the day. And have 2 glasses, but drink it very slowly. And always put your probiotic bacteria in the smoothie. Always put your probiotic bacteria in all your liquids. So the water that I'm drinking, I put probiotic bacteria a little bit in there. I just put it in a little spray bottle, and I got stuff in mine. And I put a couple sprays in there. You can even put it in a spray bottle, like one of the old magnesium spray bottles we have that you put on your skin, and put some probiotic bacteria in there, and you bring it with you, and you spray 2 or 3 shots every hour in your mouth. Keep it in there for a minute. Swish it around. Try not to assault these they're housekeepers, and if you keep putting things in your body that basically makes them so they cannot multiply and flourish, then in time, I don't care who you are, in time you will get a sickness, and the sickness can be not life-threatening for a while, but it'll really make you, slow you down. It'll really make you feel sick and tired, and after a while you'll feel sick and tired so much that you'll want to change your ways. You just don't know what to do. So, you know, these are ideas, concepts, disciplines that I know that work for many people that I've already put through all these programs. So, the probiotic bacteria, we use that in the retreat center up here with the water fast. We've advanced a lot of things as far as, you know, every month we upgrade things. It's an uptick, not a downtick. And if things aren't working as easily as they should, then we try to optimize it and make it easier. So, you know, learning a new job is not easy to do. It's not. The first 2 weeks you're sort of in a fluster because you don't know, you know, the protocol. You don't know where to find things. Sometimes you don't even know where the bathroom is. Well, the lifestyle that we're sharing with you right now is brand new. Same thing. So don't get all uptight, you know, if you feel that there's so much to do. Well, there is. We live in a super toxic world. You know, one of the things is I've got my chair back as far as I can while I'm driving the car right now. Why? Because the electrical magnetics on this dashboard are massive. Okay? So, remember, there's each little part that you have to play. I'm stretching right now as I'm driving. Why? Because I'm going to stretch class, and I might as well go ahead and stretch whenever I can. When I'm in the office, I stretch whenever I can. At the gym in between sets, stretch. So, the only way you're going to unwind is to do liquids and stretch a lot. We have an anti-gravity device that's really good at Earther Academy. I have like 4 of them, and I would suggest if you've got the money, share it with someone else. If you don't, they're excellent. That with a far infrared sauna, steam distiller, you know, the far infrared mat. These are all essential tools. We have a 6-stage RO system taking out fluoride and everything else too. You know, tools are everything, and a carpenter needs tools. If the carpenter doesn't have tools, he's just sort of like an assistant. But if he's got tools, he can create. You know, he can move wood if he doesn't have his tools. He can't cut, you know, he can't create. So having these tools for terrain modification, I don't care if it's fulvic acid, magnesium for your skin, MSM, probiotic bacteria, sea vegetables, iodine, all these pieces. Remember, this machine is very complex. It's self-organizing. You're not going to heal it. It's going to heal itself. Remember that. Don't be arrogant. When healers call themselves healers, heal thyself. No se auto. To know thyself is to heal thyself. And then when you do, of course, it's only because your body did for you. You're just smart enough to give it what it needs and take away what it doesn't. Okay, here's Hilo Bay. And here we go. Coming into Hilo. And I'm going to my stretch class. Okay, just to wrap this up. I do like 150 ounces of liquid a day. I have my breakfast tea in the morning. I have it right here. Okay, look and see how we make our breakfast teas. That's my food for the day, and I'll have my meal at night at about 7:30 or so after I get done with the gym. So it's easy to take care of yourself if you put yourself on a program. You can't just, wing it. There definitely has to be, some discipline involved here to change your parasites inside the body that tell you that you don't want to work out. No, they don't want you to work out. Once you get healthy, working out is fun. Hey, working out is like taking a brain chemical, okay, that makes you super excited, because that's what it does when you're healthy. If you're not healthy, then exercise is a drag. You don't get paid for it. You work more there doing exercising and stuff than you do at work. So, okay, there we go. Just going in here. And we'll share more on this, but I just want you to get the idea down that doing this regimen will change you massively very quickly. Hang with it, stick with it. Do it as much as you can. Once you progress, after about a month, you'll look back and see the massive changes in everything. Okay, remember, your body needs to be vital. I don't want you to get skinny. I want you to work out. Follow the chi exercise, breathing exercises. Only when you work out. You only breathe through the nose. I don't care what the teachers say. I always laugh when they say, breathe through your nose and let it out through your mouth. No, I want to create vacuum and get charge in here all the time so I can charge my supercomputer instead of just charge my body. Breathing through your mouth is an unnatural way to exercise. It is using the chest, which is very stressful, instead of using the nose, which is diaphragmatic, which is the way you breathe. Okay, aloha, and we'll see you next time. Okay. Hey, I just got out of the gym. Whew, you can see, hair's soaked. I went in the sweat box too, and gua sha'd my whole body, feet. Wow. So right now, I just sweat probably 4 pounds. My pants are completely, look. Yeah, well, I already squeezed them out, but they're completely soaked. And I've been taking, which is really, really beneficial, I've been taking Tribulus. 3 pills in the morning every day for like a month. And it really does help with your hormones. And also the Bacopa. I've been taking Bacopa now for about a month, and you just take it until your intestinal tract, well, I took it until my intestinal tract started being normal. So the thing that really, like I said, that helps, you can't take Bacopa without the probiotics. Probiotics really, work, but they take a while to work unless you sort of help them along. So the Bacopa cleans out the system. It gives you super cognitive memory cleaning of your brain. And the brown seaweed extract, let me show you these two. I've been taking these here. These are brown seaweed extract pills. Let's see if you can get it on there. I'll show you. And I eat about 100 of these a day. And you can see what they look like. I'll read the ingredients. 90% chlorella, 10% brown seaweed extract. These really help your intestinal tract rehabilitate. My intestinal tract before was terrible. I got into terrain modification because I hurt my body. My intestinal tract was really bad. I had irritable bowel syndrome. I didn't have, these are sticky. Yeah. I didn't have normal bowels for like 10 years. Forget about not going out to eat because it's not good for you. That was a while ago. I didn't go out to eat because if I did, my stomach killed me for 3 days. So I had to totally learn and revamp everything and experiment. That's the worst part. You're an experiment upon your own self. Just because something works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, because depending on what layer you're at, that the engagement starts. So engagement means that where you're going to fit this protocol into. If you're from the standard American diet, that means you got a ton of toxicity at that layer. If you're from the healthier food diet, you may still have a ton of toxicity, only because you just moved into one other layer and you still got all this accumulated baggage down here. Okay, then say you're a vegetarian now or a vegan, and most likely you're deficient. You're not taking care of business by reflourishing your gut wall bacteria, by changing a lot of things in your diet to help you really get vital. You don't exercise. I mean, I hate to say it this way, but regeneration is a waste of time. You can do detoxification. You can try to get minerals in your system, but your system uptakes minerals either just at the minimal levels for maintenance, or it uptakes them because it's building. Okay, and you can see I got how lean I got. Okay, my whole body got super lean from my protocol that I've been doing, and I haven't taken any type of a cleanse for a long time, and I just gua sha'd my face really hard, so it feels all sort of weird, like I just beat myself up a little bit. But you notice I did my whole body hard. I don't have a mark on me from the gua sha, not a mark. So you will get marks in the beginning, and it only means that your system's not healthy. The ecchymosis, the reddening underneath the skin, is because of little critters living there, and you're scraping the tissue. And what do you think happens? Blood comes back in, and they it's like sort of stepping on a worm, and you bleed. So your body's a filter, and you wouldn't believe what kind of things that we've all accumulated. We've all accumulated. I don't care how clean you are. If you live in the city, you're not as clean as you think. So you better off not eating as good and exercising really hard and living in a natural environment, and you'll be way better off than Mr. Organic and doing everything right and living in the city and not exercising, as a lot of people do. You know, they just do it because it's like a fad. They don't even do it because, you know, it's sort of like picking sides. They don't want to kill things, or they don't want to do things. That's fine, but you don't become a vegetarian, or I don't call it vegan or anything. I just don't eat flesh. I don't kill anything to stay alive. I have fertile eggs. They're full of creatine, okay, and they do help your muscles keep vital. A lot of people switch back to eating meat for a reason, is because they don't have any creatine from their plant-based switch. Once you switch over to a plant-based diet, you gotta transform your system to be more efficient at grabbing creatine instead of it having in massive dosages. And you're not even working out anyways, let's say, so it doesn't matter, but the system only grabs what it needs. And I can't stress enough, if you don't exercise, okay, you're really not doing the regeneration. You don't get any rejuvenation. So what? You got skinny. Remember, you should see your veins, okay? You just should. Okay, healthy. You should be able to really not just be skinny. You got to exercise. This body's a machine, and your machine is, you know, like any engine. You don't work it out. Let that truck go by. You don't work it out, it gets stiff. You know, I used to have a boat, and if I used it all the time, I never had a problem. If I didn't use it for 6 months, I couldn't go out because there's something locked up and froze. So when you start exercising again, you know, don't get all caught up on saying, I don't feel good. Well, you're not going to feel good at first. You're going to have to exercise and do stretching. I do hot yoga on Mondays, and that's one of the best things you can do too, to soften you up. And I work out a couple more days a week in the gym, and I do sets of 20 on everything. I don't do heavy weights. And the motions that we don't do straight up and down motions. Okay, that's not smart. Nature doesn't move that way. I do all different types of motions, circles, make numbers, you know, 1, 2, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. You just don't do it up and down. You try to do lighter weights, and you're really trying to get as many different angles as you can so the muscles can really flourish, not just in one direction. You want them to be a multi-directional strength. This is how you rejuvenate. And doing linear type exercise, it's better than nothing, but it's not, because you build scar tissue. So watch some of our exercise videos when I go through the techniques that I do, that I had to regenerate myself. Okay, I used to lift all those heavy weights. That's all dumb. Now I squeeze my, like if I'm going to flex my stomach, I'd flex my stomach first, and then I'd do my sit-ups. If I'm going to work chest, look, I flex the chest first. Okay, if I'm going to do biceps, let's say, I flex the bicep as I'm doing it. If I'm going to do try, same thing. You don't just need to lift the weight, you need to pull the weight and flex the muscle at the same time. So you're not just pushing something, you push and you actually put extra force into it by making a 10-pound weight turn into maybe 30 or 40. So you don't wear your joints out. What you're doing is you're using your brain to be able to actually add the poundage by using antagonistic and antagonistic movements. Okay, meaning that one side's going to pull, the other side's going to let go. And if you do it sort of like in a sequence, it's like lifting weights. Like I can lift my arm like nothing, but I can flex it and lift it and flex it versus just lift it like nothing. So you're trying to add the chi to it, and that's what I call chi exercise, is adding, flexing the muscle until you get it down. All the muscles of the body when you're flexing, when you're exercising, no matter what you do. So like I said, I do 3 tribulus in the morning, and I've been doing 3 bacopa right now. I went 3 a day for a while, then I went 3 twice a day for a while, then I went 3 times a day for a while, then I went down to 2 times a day, 3 pills, and then now I'm down to 1 right now. So I stair-stepped it up, took it to a max dose, and then I'm stair-stepping it down right now to 3 pills for the next 2 weeks, and I'll stop like on Saturdays and Sundays. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I do it every day. Tribulus, same thing. I try to do that 4 days, 5 days a week. And at first, that's going to work your stomach too. You're going to see. That's going to work you. And it's, like I said, one of the most beneficial things that you can do is to stimulate your hormone system. And just because you take pills is not everything. You got to lay out in the sun nude. Your testes and a woman's nipples have to get sun, and that stimulates your skin. Everything stimulates your hormonal system. Okay. Anyways, I just want to do a little addendum on that, because it's just really following a regime that fits for you. I'm just showing you examples on what I do, okay, and what it's done for me. I mean, I'm 54 years old and I've got massive regeneration. I was doing the splits in my stretching class, and the teacher says, "Robert, boy, you can stretch so much better now," because I've been doing these medical therapies, and I've been really doing the probiotics all day a little bit, and it's just, look, it's super cleaned me. It just has. And I'm 134 pounds right now. Pretty crazy from 150 I was just maybe a month ago. Okay, that's it. We'll see you next time. Aloha. Time to go to the farmer's market. And we're in the calm of the storm right now, as you can see. Everything's really, really calm. And the storm is like it's supposed to go ahead and hit here tomorrow. But it rained last night massively, and the wind, oh my gosh, and electrical lightning, shoo. What a show. Okay, that's it. Aloha.